I Don't Get It
Podcast. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the I Don't Get It podcast. It's New Year's Eve. It's New Year's Eve, the scariest time of year.
New Year's Eve. You guys know it's my favorite. I can't fucking talk. It's my least favorite day of the year.
Yeah,
it really is.
But
everyone
never
knows
starts
already.
strong. I was driving this morning, and I'm thinking, why is it a big deal? Like, why? It's this. Nothing ever changes. It's literally just another minute of an hour of a day that's not going to change.
That's a great question because I want to ask both of you, because I think for some people they literally, like, physically wake up the next day and they're like, New Year, new me.
Are totally
feel
like
it.
that. It's so wacky.
The other side of the coin is waking up and they're like, oh, it's Wednesday.
And
So which one do you guys feel?
I wake up the next day being like, okay, now it's cold and there are no holidays, so this cold sucks.
Yeah,
it really is like a
it's
downer,
not cute and
right?
cheery anymore.
Everything's down.
It's
after
a downer because you're like, Christmas is so far away.
There is something about
damn it. You really gotta relish in the Christmas when you have it.
Yeah,
or
Christmas
holidays.
is gone. Okay, yeah. So you got to go back to work. There's nothing about January 2nd or 1st, honestly, that feels good.
Nothing.
No. It's just dreary, cold, and there's no more holidays, and you have to take down all the decorations.
And the gym is so crowded, and no one wants to be there. Let's be honest.
Yeah, your house looks so bare after all the decorations are gone.
Do you guys leave the tree up for a while?
No, it's down on the 2nd.
Oh, it makes me sad taking those things down.
Yeah, it's really
I know.
sad. It's also you got to put that shit away, and that takes some effort too.
Yeah, and then where are you going to put it? Or at least that's my question right now.
So because January is a little bit of a downer, at least this week is, let's go over some Christmas memories and funny holiday stories that you guys.
Wait, I want to talk about my New Year's kiss.
Oh,
I've never had a New Year's kiss.
We have a whole hour.
Okay. Well, I was just really excited because.
What about me?
Okay, I know, but I thought we were going to go into more personal things first.
We could do whatever your heart desires.
My heart desires to talk about
princess.
Well, I just have to say that I've gone 30 New Years without a kiss.
That's true.
And I got to save that for Jared, which is fan-freaking-tastic. I'm so
literally
excited.
Are so cute.
You're the best.
Yeah.
Did you kiss under the mistletoe?
I haven't found mistletoe.
What? There's mistletoe at Trader Joe's.
Well, I haven't been to Trader Joe's.
You go to Trader Joe's and
We
buy
don't
it.
go to
Put it
Trader
up.
Joe's very often. You know, Jared has
I
never
love
been
TJ's.
He's never been to a Trader Joe's.
I believe that.
I know, it's so
He's so
Jared.
East Coast,
He is
yeah.
so stop and shop.
So pavilion, so stop and shop, so giant,
Gelsonsy.
so Subway.
Subway. Ew, Subway's gross.
Jack was my first New Year's kiss ever.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
Really? No way.
Yeah.
That was last year or the year before?
The year before.
Where were you?
Lauren, no, you've kissed so many people in life.
She's kissed so many
Not
people
on
in
New
life.
Year's.
Yeah, but
Really? That makes me feel
Okay, I guess
a little less.
my friend
uncool.
Maura and I kissed each other one year because we were like, fuck everyone around us.
You kissed more on the lips?
Yeah.
Wow.
I did that with my friend Jana. You guys met Jana at my birthday that
Yeah.
one year. She
Yeah.
was always my fuck everyone else.
It was like,
Let's
we're not
just
going to ring in the new year with people that are disgusting and terrible, so we'll kiss each other.
Well, I have to say, do you remember that one year where it was New Year's Eve. We were in our old New Jersey apartment. We had no plans. So we went to the grocery store and we got just frozen hors d'oeuvres.
Yep.
Oh, like pigs in a blanket.
Yeah, and
I
like
love pigs in a
baby
blanket.
quiches. And I was like, you guys, part
Such
of
a New
me-
Year's food.
I know. So we went and we just sat, the three of us, watching the ball drop, and it was in
cutting
New
cheese
Jersey,
and
in
cutting
suburban
cheese.
New Jersey, and we're all in our mid-20s. We had no idea what the hell we were doing with our lives.
Yeah.
And I was so depressed. I was like, you guys, this is not okay. This is actually bad. We shouldn't be doing this. We should get out there somehow. But then you guys were like, Ashley, your season of The Bachelor airs in 3 days. Your life is going to be changed and very exciting, and starting in 3 days. Just bask in the absolute boringness that you're in right now.
Wow.
And then now that crossed my mind a couple days ago. And
Are
I
you
was
happy you did?
wow, that's cool. I'm glad that I have that memory now
Right.
of being like, this is the calm before the storm.
Right.
Can I say one thing? Our listeners, maybe you don't know this about Ashley, but she was deciding between going on The Bachelor and becoming Miss Virginia.
I never knew that.
She was starting her pageant career at the same time.
You were going to be a pageant girl? I
Well-
could see that totally.
Okay. So what happened was
What happened was
there was a Miss Virginia preliminary about an hour from our house.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll do the preliminary, and if I win Miss Fredericksburg, then you like get the front of the line.
Miss
basically,
Fredericksburg?
That's just like the town.
It's the
city.
county.
Yeah. No, it's
County.
I don't think it's. I think it's city. Anyway, so I went down there and I was asking all the girls. I was like, I have the Bachelor. I mean, they're running to be on the Bachelor, and like I also have this, but I can't do both because you actually couldn't do both at the time,
Right.
Because just like network things.
Yeah.
Because that was on NBC.
Pageant. We need to do an I don't get an occupation on pageant.
I
'cause that's
still
a
want to
whole
have
fucking
Olivia
world.
on. I really think we could get Olivia on, but
Let's
I'd also
do it.
be
She'd be
so
amazing.
nervous.
Okay, so
She's gonna
Ashley
think I'm
started
such a fan
doing
girl.
the podcast. Ashley started doing the pageants because of Olivia.
The one pageant I
No
did.
way. You knew of Olivia way back then?
I've known of Olivia since 2012 when she
How?
won.
Oh, when she won.
Yeah, when she won, I was like, still was like, I'm obsessed with that girl.
That's funny because I feel like she didn't blow up until like the
didn't.
last 2 years.
She didn't blow up, and then she started dating Nick Jonas, which was
Right,
like
duh.
a year after.
Right,
she was
duh.
like out of it for a year or something.
So did you hate her when she dated? Not hate her, but you know, like how we talked about.
I was convinced that she was dating my Mr. Big for a while. Like I was convinced
Oh,
because they had
interesting.
been spotted,
once.
and I
Did that give you a lot of anxiety?
Yeah, I hated her and loved her at the same time. But I don't even know if they ever hooked up.
Oh, well, we got to get her on the podcast to find
Continue
out.
your pageant story.
Yeah.
Actually, people want to know what you
So
did.
you had to do all these
You
networking stuff.
You want to?
I think
what else?
it's
What's the
interesting.
other story to it, Lauren? Is there another?
So you went down to Fredericksburg, and what did you have to do? Did you have a questionnaire contest?
There was like a sugar
Q&A, right?
Q&A.
Oh my god, that's right.
It just hit her.
I
What
forgot
happened?
about that. No, I had to like go into a room and stand and ask like had to answer questions in front of
Right.
a panel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
like a pageant girl.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's so funny thinking
Oh,
of
I
you
thought.
doing
Oh
that.
So
my
funny.
god! I thought there was like a punchline or climax.
She lost.
Well, I didn't win.
Well, she
but
didn't
I-
get in because she did The Bachelor.
No,
No,
she lost.
I lost the, but of
Oh.
course, like 13 other
But of
girls
course.
lost. What do you mean? You
I
know,
don't know.
like
Mom and I were like, let's watch this bitch.
You
do
guys are
this.
so mean.
Lauren, you are so mean. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
Are you kidding
That's
me?
mean.
You
That's
have
mean.
to walk, Ashley. Do you know what you?
You and Mom were like, let's laugh at this bitch.
No,
You
we were
guys
like, this
are
is
so
dumb. She
brutal.
should not be doing this.
You should have told me that.
I think I said you're dumb. You're.
You guys, I'm so uncomfortable.
You
right
definitely should have been
now.
like,
Everyone listening, I'm so uncomfortable right
this
now.
is not a good idea. Don't do
I
this.
should have
You're
been
silly.
like, you're doing the. I was like, you're doing the Bachelor. This is so dumb. This is a waste of time.
Well, anyway, I told the girls backstage, I was like, should I do this or should I do The Bachelor? And they're like, oh, you gotta do The Bachelor. Everybody was like, you do The Bachelor. So
What was your
obviously,
talent?
I didn't have to have a talent. Miss USA doesn't have to have a talent. Miss America has to have a talent.
I did one when I was in my teens in
You
Broward
did?
County. No, I just like you, I just went to the
Yeah.
meeting. But I
No, mine wasn't a meeting. I had to walk on
Oh,
the
so
stage.
you were like in the pageant?
Yeah, I was in the
Okay,
pageant.
mine was like to get in the pageant. You know, you have to like
okay.
qualify.
Yeah.
But I didn't have like a talent. I told my dad, I was like, Dad, I don't have a talent. And my dad was so cute. He was like, yes, you do. He's like, I was in drama and he made me read this like monologue I did. I used to do like this woman. She's kind of like my SNL character. She was so crazy. You guys, this is a crazy story. I'm so embarrassed to admit it. If I call my dad right now, you'll fucking die. The monologue was a woman that worked, it was called Cocaine Hotline.
no way.
no.
And my
You
dad
did this
for a
pageant. My dad, like, you know, my dad doesn't think about these things. He's like, it's so funny.
But then you listen to him.
Can you imagine taking your teenage child, and I didn't know like about the pageant world, and I'm reading this woman and I'm like, hi, Cocaine Hotline, like that was my talent. Of course they're not gonna fucking pick me.
What was your face like?
I don't know, guys. I don't even
Like, what were their faces like when they saw you? do
I don't
this?
I didn't register anything. It's until now as an adult that I'm like, this is so crazy.
my
And I like
goodness.
makes me want to. You ever have moments where you want to cry for your younger self?
Yeah, all the
I'm just
time.
like, that's so sad that I didn't know how embarrassing that was.
That's
and I
good.
just
You weren't
lived
nervous.
it.
You just did it.
And I also didn't care.
Yeah.
We went to Wendy's after, and
That's
I
so
remember
cool.
asking my dad why the burgers were square. Like that was
Yeah,
my
I
day.
have no idea why
because they
the
don't
burgers
cut
are squares.
corners, guys. That's what we learned.
Oh,
They don't
Did it
cut
really?
corners.
Oh wait, what doesn't make any sense?
Someone
it's
on
like
the Facebook group was like, Wendy's. She used to work at Wendy's. She was like, The reason Wendy's have square burgers is because they don't, quote, cut corners, and that's why they have square burgers.
Okay,
That's their slogan.
Yeah,
They're
I
giving
get
you
it.
more meat.
Okay, well, at the same time, like they're not going to waste meat if they do circle, because then they can just like take that meat around the circle
Ew.
and then like redo it.
Correct, just like
Patty.
making cookies.
Can't think of raw meat. So gross.
The new year means new resolutions, and we've got one you're working on twice every day. And my New Year's resolution is to brush my teeth twice a day.
Oh my God, I know. It's so disturbing. You don't, and you know what? Dad always makes fun of me when
He
it's been
never brushes his teeth at night.
I know.
Yeah.
When he's like, you haven't brushed your teeth, it's 3 p.m. It's like, well, I woke up at 1 p.m. and you don't brush your teeth every night.
That's true. So, I mean, mine I get too tired to brush my teeth at night. Sorry. Whoops. Not sorry. But my New Year's resolution is to brush my teeth twice a day. And with the help of Quip, I know I'm going to do that. They have sensitive sonic vibrations. So I always worry about like my gums being like achy after, but that's also a sign of, gum disease, whatever. So, but the sensitive sonic vibrations don't do that for me. And there's a built-in 2-minute timer every 30 seconds to remind you to switch sides and help you clean your whole mouth evenly.
I love that because I always notice that without the timer, I end up doing my bottom teeth way more than my top.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So you also get brush heads automatically delivered to you, and the dentists say you should change your brush head every 3 months. So for just $5, you get a new brush head every 3 months, and you're staying clean and productive in the new year.
I've got to say that the brush head switcheroo has been really good for Jared because before I and Quip came into his life, he had like a toothbrush for an entire year
or something.
It was really scary.
So anyway, we love Quip because it keeps us on schedule and keeps our gums healthy. That's why I love Quip and why over 1 million happy, healthy mouths do too. Quip starts at just $25, and if you go to getquip, GETQUIP.com/get it right now, you can get your first refill pack for free. Take advantage of that, guys. You can't get that anywhere else.
Oh, and not to mention, this electric toothbrush isn't bulky on your bathroom counter. It's sleek, and you can stick it right to the mirror. That's what I love about it.
And you got the cover to keep it clean.
Yeah.
That's your first refill pack free at GETQUIP.com/get it.
Speaking of raw meat, that reminded me of the other podcast.
I never thought that sentence would ever come out of your mouth, Ashley.
Speaking of raw meat.
Speaking of raw meat.
Sometimes
I wish we had an
just...
Omaha steak sponsorship right now.
No,
Speaking
what
of
you
raw
said,
meat.
yeah. I can't bring it up.
I wanted to talk about...
you know what I'm talking about, right, Lauren?
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
Oh,
It was
shit.
so
I don't
fun.
know.
You said something yesterday. I was dying laughing.
Oh, okay.
We can't talk about it, though.
Well, I'm thinking about that person that called in for the roommate podcast and talked about how their roommate was just obviously eating raw meat.
Oh, the witching
witch.
hour girl?
Yes.
So weird.
So
people like that podcast.
I didn't
It
read
was
any
so
feedback,
good.
but
I
I
loved
fully
it.
enjoyed it.
I still
Waffle stomper.
I can still start dry heaving right now. But wait, I want to talk. I can't believe your pageant thing. We have to
I know.
now that we're on this
I
weird
could call my dad
reminiscing
next
thing.
time when you guys meet my dad. Remind me to ask you about it, and he'll do the whole thing.
Okay, that's so funny. I just can't. I can't believe that I got up there and I walked in a bathing suit. I walked in a bathing suit. I did a little strut.
Why can you
in a
not believe that
bathing
you
suit.
have such a good body?
I believe the bathing suit
I would
thing
never
more
do
than
that.
like
I would believe if you told me that you walked outside today in a bathing suit walking gurgy, I would be like, yeah, that's Ashley. Yeah.
No, stop.
Are you kidding?
Really?
You have like such a bathing suit body. That's like what your body was made for.
Except for, okay. Well, thank you. I'm just gonna say thank you.
There you go. Just
And
you got
now
that
I
flat
wanna-
tummy, girl.
I want to talk about weird things that we did in the past that like stand out as,
no, I
as turning
can't relive
turning
this.
points in your life because Lauren
Lauren
gets so
suppresses
she
them.
gets so awkward about it that's why I think it's funny to bring them up.
Lauren, tell me.
So
I don't know what she's gonna say.
one, I'm gonna give my example first. Naz really gave her example though because that is hilarious. That I feel like is something
that's
you
so
repressed.
mortifying. I repressed that for a while. I've
Yeah.
only shared that to you guys in my life. I don't even think I've ever said out loud.
Aw, Naz.
Cocaine hotline at a pageant. I wonder if the monologue's online. Anyways, keep going.
I was just thinking about when I was in 3rd grade and we had to recite poetry in front of all our parents. They all came for like an assembly, and then like everybody in the class had to recite a poem that was given to them by our teacher. And
why do they do that shit?
The
to
poem
us?
was
I know, right? But obviously I grew from it, or like
so
I got something out of it.
Yeah.
So the teacher chose the poems based on how she saw your personality. And so
What? That's even more
I know,
fucked
isn't that
up. So she's
crazy?
like shaping who you are.
Yeah.
So anyway, she gave me a poem and I got up in front of like 50 something people and I like murdered it. Like I slayed the poem.
Like you did
Like,
good?
in a
Good way?
Yeah, in a good way.
Okay.
I got up there and I was like, when I grow up, I want to be a grown up who remembers me. And it was like I had so much like personality and like
Yeah.
But
I
you
could see that.
probably weren't even nervous.
no, I wasn't nervous. I remember that. And then mom and dad looked at each other and they were like, I didn't know our child was dramatic like this. Like they're just like, wow, our kid has something.
Wow, I would have been like,
Wait, but you repress that?
I don't repress it, but I think about it as like this weird childhood moment.
This weird moment.
A weird childhood moment.
Yeah.
That like obviously
lot of weird
was a
childhood
turning
moments.
point in life.
Yeah. If you remember it that vividly.
It was that weird thing where you're like, oh, I'm kind of a shy, quiet kid, but then put me on stage and now I'm like, look at me, right?
It's funny. I had a moment of that in my 4th grade class.
Yeah.
I had Mr. Stone, and I was I new to this school? I switched schools so much. It was the worst. I went to 2 different elementary schools. And so, I was new, and we had this presentation, and I forgot. I'm the worst at explaining things.
No. Okay.
Basically,
I'm the worst at explaining things.
we had to like pick a topic to present, but like through a visual. I think it
Show
was
and tell.
Kind of, but mine was the atomic bomb because again, my dad is my dad.
oh my god!
So I was explaining Hiroshima. Basically, I had this shoebox and pantyhose over it. Anyways, it was so insane. But my teacher like pulled me aside and he's like, "You're really like smart," and he like sent me to like this like gifted, I don't know, class or
nice.
something. And weirdly, when you said that, I felt like that was a turning point for me when I was like, oh, maybe I have something because I wasn't good at math, but I was like, maybe I have this, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know,
you
like
showed the thing well.
yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Like
you
it was that
presented
moment for
well.
me was in 4th grade. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this is who I am.
Yeah.
That's cute. I'm still waiting to have one of those moments.
Lauren.
Lauren, I feel like you have those
Lauren,
moments.
you have to
often.
have so many cool or weird childhood moments.
Yeah,
that
I
you
have
just
weird
remembered
ones.
randomly.
Like, wow, you've been demoted to the worst math class of all. You're with the 2 other kids. It's three people to a math class.
What was that like, actually? Because my brother had to be in a lot of those
I
classes.
loved them.
Yeah.
I loved them. When they were like, you're going to that room, I was like, fuck yes.
But don't you feel like those teachers never really cared?
No, they cared. They like did a lot of it for you. That's why I liked it.
Not cared. I don't want to sound
No,
insensitive
yeah.
if anyone's listening as a teacher. My mom's
They're
a
trying to
teacher.
make it easier for you, which is very nice. But like,
Right.
then again, you don't really learn that much.
I felt them helpful because I did get pulled into that room a couple times during math. I could not get when you would add two-digit numbers. I just did not understand adding that.
Oh, like
22 plus
22 plus
Okay.
32.
Honestly, to this day, that's a little confusing.
It is
Like
a little
carrying
iffy.
the one. I was
Yeah,
like,
carrying the
what
one.
do you mean
Yeah.
you're carrying a number?
It is weird.
There has to be an easier way to explain that shit to kids.
Yeah. And then there was long division, but I had to go to that room because I did not understand long division.
Long division's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I was like, how many times does this number go into that number? What is this little symbol? It was so crazy.
You know what I could not fucking get for the life of me? Fractions. I did not understand
Fractions are
it.
hard too.
My dad would try and help me after school, and I was like, I don't get why we're even trying to. Why do we need to divide 22? It's fine. It's on its own. Like I
Yeah.
don't why. And no one could give me an answer.
That's true.
And that's why I would get so mad. I'm like, well, then I'm not fucking doing this. This is dumb.
Well-
what does it matter?
Yeah, it's like, why do I need to be, what, 22 is, how many twos go in that, 11 twos, but why do, so it's 11 over, it's 2 over 11?
Honestly,
Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Algebra, like the whole finding the X. I'm like, why do we need to look for X? X is fine on his own.
I
He's
have no
chilling.
to this day. What the fuck is X?
What? That's the name of this episode. To this day, what in the actual fuck is X? Who gives a rat's ass?
Yeah, that and like geometry. I never. Geometry was bad.
When I was in 9th grade, I had the hot math teacher who was
Never a good thing.
There's always a hot math teacher.
Never a good thing to have.
There's definitely always a hot English teacher. I don't know if there's always a hot
never
math
had
teacher.
one.
We
It's
had gay
always
English teachers.
math teachers. But anyway, it was like, okay, so I guess it was like April, and we did like the y plus x or x plus whatever equals y.
Yeah.
That was,
Yeah.
I was in algebra 1.
Yeah.
Algebra 1 part 1, okay? And
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about how if you put that in front of me today, I'd be like,
yeah.
where do I begin?
Go fuck yourself.
So it was April, and I think we're all studying for finals, and my teacher was like, Lauren, stay after class because like I really think you're going to need this because you won't
Like
graduate
for
or
extra
whatever.
help.
Yeah. So then it was just him and I was like, great, I have a fucking after school session with my hot math teacher.
Damn.
And then he was like, solve this problem. I go, I literally have no idea what that is. He was like, you've been in my class in September, and he said this to me verbatim. He goes, it's April. You've been in my class since September. You don't know what this is. I was like, I have no idea what that is. And I'm like, that's because you're hot, dude. If you're an ugly woman, I probably would have remembered this shit.
Aww.
In actuality, he was like,
I learned it that day, though.
he was like a 7.5 in
Yeah.
actuality, but
Yeah.
because like
You
he
mean
was
on a
10 years
scale of
older.
10?
Yeah,
That's
but
so
because he was
funny.
10 years older, he was obviously the hottest
older
guy
and
in the
teaching
building.
me.
Yeah. Lauren also had a sex dream about this particular teacher.
Oh,
and
I
she
told
was
my classmate, who was my friend, like, who the fuck am I? I told my friend in the class that I was like, I had a sex dream about Mr. Hess last night. Shout out Mr. Hess, what's up? And then Chris Sievers, what up, Chris? He was like, yo, Mr. Hess, Lauren had sex with you on her desk last night.
Were you mortified?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely mortified.
God, I
and I
would
didn't even get embarrassed that
die.
much, but that was bad.
Lauren, that's so
And he was like,
embarrassing.
oh, hey, Lauren. Like, because he was 26 or
I
something.
know, he
you
was
know?
26.
And he was like, oh, yeah,
Dude, they're
Lauren?
so young.
Could you imagine
Yes.
like a 26-year-old, like a 16-year-old saying that to a 26-year-old guy? Like, yeah, they like it. It's not embarrassing to them. They like it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I told you guys about my chemistry teacher that was hot, remember? And I would get like private tutored by him.
No, you never said that.
And this girl that was my classmate, my friend, she would literally get so jealous. And I'm like, what the fuck do you want from me? I suck at chemistry. Like, I need him to be my
Yeah.
tutor, but I like loved it. But did I ever tell you guys about my hot math teacher in high school? He was.
I'm sorry.
What?
I just suppressed something so hard, and I remembered it right now about my hot teacher, and I want to die. Okay.
Wait, now you have to share.
Wait,
it.
no,
No,
finish.
because mine's not as big. I have to know
You
yours.
got to go first.
Basically, he moved out to LA, and then, I went to college, and then I moved out to LA, and we met up, and I thought, like, oh my God, I'm meeting up with my hot math teacher. I think I reached out to him saying, like, oh, I live in LA now, like, because I had no friends out here. And then when we met up, he brought like this girl he was dating, and I was so. Oh,
you totally have talked about it.
I told you guys.
I don't
this?
remember this.
wait,
That's
no, maybe I-
embarrassing.
It was like it was so
It's like,
embarrassing.
I'm literally
Lauren.
just another one of your students still.
Yeah. He's so hot. I remember we met in Santa Monica, and that was so far from Burbank at the time.
Actually, you're thinking of the guy she thought she was going on a date with.
That's what I was
literally
thinking.
last week.
No, when
and
the
then,
doctor showed up from your childhood, and then he showed up
Wait,
with a girl. I think you didn't
doctor?
tell.
What are you
Wasn't
talking
he a
about?
doctor
What are you guys
from your
talking
childhood? This
about?
hot guy.
I don't think he was from your childhood. There was this guy, and you
Yeah.
met up with him a couple weeks ago, and then you're like, wait, this isn't a date. I'm not going to.
And then
Oh, I didn't tell you guys that.
didn't
no,
tell the
he's not
podcast.
a doctor.
Oh,
Oh, my
whoops.
God, guys. The dating scene has been like so fucking weird in LA. Long story short, now that you brought it up, he's a CEO at a GM at a restaurant that I ate at, and our order was messed up. So he comped our meal. So we went a second time, and he like basically brought out all the stops for the second meal. So we became friends. I thought he was gay. He's like, I just moved here from New York.
Oh no, not this one.
Yeah. So we kept in touch.
Yeah,
Not this one?
not this one.
Do I
couple
gotta finish
months
this
ago.
story now?
Yeah, you can finish the story.
God damn, I don't want to.
No,
I think that was the one I was
Basically, we
talking
went
about.
on a date. He
Yeah.
asked me to like hang out,
Yeah.
quote unquote, multiple times. And in my head, I'm like, oh, I guess it's good networking. I guess this guy wants friends. And when we're on the date, he kept referencing all his ex-girlfriends, I think on purpose. And I was like, oh my God, he's not gay. I'm on
Yeah.
a date right now. And I
Yeah.
had no idea.
That's not the one I was
But
talking
who
about.
are
no,
you talking
you were
about?
talking. You told us
You're
about
like,
this
I
guy.
got dressed, got ready, and went to Santa Monica, and
Yeah.
this guy said,
Oh, yeah. I shared that on the
You
podcast.
did share it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, to first.
Yes, he's a doctor now. We used to
Yeah.
hook up in college.
Yeah.
He was sending me
Okay.
really flirty things. I'm going to
Okay.
come
Yeah.
visit LA.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would sneak him
but
in
then
my
showed up
sorority
with his
room.
girlfriend.
Yeah, and then I show up and his girlfriend was there.
You guys, it's a new year, which means that you should probably get your skin together. You know, New Year's resolution often includes working out, which is great, but how about getting your skin in top-notch shape as well? Especially when you listen to a podcast like this, in which we give you BioClarity discounts all the time. You guys probably know that I love BioClarity because it has helped my combination acne-prone skin feel so much less irritated and look so much less red. And that's because I use the Clear Skin Routine. It is for combination oily or breakout-prone skin. But if that doesn't sound like your skin, you can also try out the Essentials Routine. Both of them are a 3-step regimen that helps rescue stressed skin or just helps keep your natural radiance.
They also have a clarifying mask. Everyone loves putting on masks because they're just kind of fun to do. The mask evens skin tone and texture and shrinks the appearance of pores, which is very important when you're putting on that foundation, and won't over dry your skin.
Yeah, let's talk about how annoying pores are when you put foundation on.
Or dry skin when you put
foundation on. Yeah, it's the worst, but BioClarity is going to help you feel a little bit less crappy when it comes to putting foundation on.
So take the first step to get healthier, more radiant skin by going to bioclarity.com. And right now, for our listeners, when you purchase the skincare routine, you'll get a free clarifying mask with your order. And that's $25 value for free. Take advantage of this now, guys. But in order to do that, you must use the code GETIT, GETIT, at checkout. So go to bioclarity.com and use the code GETIT at checkout to get your free clarifying mask with your purchase.
And please, if you love BioClarity, let everybody know in the message boards, because I know a lot of people are always looking for skincare advice, and I think it's always great to have reviews, especially of the products that we talk about here on the pod.
All right, back to the new year.
Okay, so I know I've talked multiple times about how I thought my first love was my English teacher, and
yes,
and it was, I really thought so, and then I ended up having lunch with him because it was like half a decade later, and I still thought that he was my husband, and he turned out to be...
Did you share this on the podcast?
Have I?
Yes, I think you have.
I think I have.
I know the story vividly.
Yeah, so people just know that I thought because he liked American Idol and boy bands and the same music as me, and just had I literally thought at 16 years old, we had the same favorite shows and favorite music, we must be destined to be together, right? So then I kept lingering these thoughts in my head for a while, and then eventually, because they wouldn't stop, I decided that I had to email him and see if he would want to go to meet up with me.
Right.
So I did when I was my 22nd birthday week. And then I realized that he wasn't so charming and that he was actually about to get on the sex offender list.
About to get what?
On the sex offender list.
Oh. Because he ended up having some sort of relation with a student.
I didn't know
so
that.
He wasn't as charming as I thought he was going to be.
Oh.
Well,
that took a dark turn.
He shall remain
Happy New Year's
anonymous.
Eve.
But I will say that this was so embarrassing. So when I was
a young warthog.
So one year as a teacher's gift for Christmas or the end of the year, his favorite team was the Cowboys.
You
So
got him a Cowboys jersey.
I got him a Cowboys flag, and then he was like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna put this in my classroom next year."
Yeah.
And then that's not the embarrassing part, because whatever, it was a very personalized gift for my teacher, who was also 26.
Yeah.
They're
so young.
And he told me he was gonna put it in his classroom. He's 26 years old. Craziness, right? Anyway, so then he was actually not at my school my junior and senior year. So
why did he leave?
He went back to grad school, which didn't turn out exactly how he would have enjoyed. He didn't end up getting his master's,
right.
I believe. And then he whatever. And then he did go to another school my senior year.
What is the embarrassing thing, Ashley?
I have to lead it up, Lauren. I have to lead it up. Okay, so he ends up working at a school on the other side of the county, but on our graduation day, he showed up and he was the wing of the stage. So right after we got off the stage,
why did he show up?
He was right there because he knew that his baby class, his first class he ever taught was graduating.
Got it.
So. And everybody really liked him. He was so chummy with the students. So he was there.
Clearly.
And I saw him and I was like, oh my God, this is love, right? I was like, this is love. And then I was like, I asked my friend, my best friend in school, who also had a secret crush on him. We never admitted it to each other, but we just talked about how like funny he was all day long.
He's funny.
He's so funny, you know, but he's not that cute.
And like
you
in
know?
your head, you're like, bitch,
I
you better
don't
not
like him, but like
Yeah.
I could see how someone may like him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So we were like, we should go visit him at his new school on this last week of school. On this last week of school, like after graduation, where like, you know how the seniors get out like a week earlier?
It's like not even like school.
Yeah. So we're like, we should go visit him at his other school and we'll like bring a gift.
You guys are such horny little girls.
So we drove across the county.
Did you give him another Cowboys present?
I got him something. I think I did bring him something, Cowboys.
That's
I would have suppressed that
Oh my
too.
God. I remember what I got. He loved Family Guy. So we got him like Family Guy quotes on shot glasses. We got him shot glasses.
Yeah, Family Guy, Cowboys, deaf, sex offender list.
Yeah. So we like knock on his trailer door. In the window of his trailer was the Cowboys flag I got him 2 years ago earlier.
So your
It
heart,
is love.
It was love.
you're thumping.
Yeah. And we were walking all over the school trying to find him because like it was after hours and we missed him or something. But my heart was pounding the entire time. But really, and he wasn't there, okay?
Thank
He
God.
wasn't there and we didn't find him that time.
That time. How many times did you
well,
go?
no. I'm just saying that I did eventually reach out and say we should have lunch, okay?
Right.
But the fact that I drove there to go find him at his school and I brought shot glasses.
That's like not school appropriate material.
That's
And
also
then there was
not on
also-
brand for you.
It was like also some other naughty book that we got at Spencer's. It wasn't like naughty, but it had curse words and stuff in it. And I found it years later in my closet at home.
Wow. Could you imagine like
I
seeing
would
your
have totally
students?
suppressed that on
I know.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, every time I would go see my first Mr. Big, I would bring him an Ed Hardy shirt.
That's right.
Ew, he wore
That's right.
affliction
You
and
did do
Every
that.
time. I was like,
Lauren, how rich were you? Those were like $300.
Mom would buy
we
it for
fucking
her.
buy. We'd
Your
go to the Ed
mom,
Hardy
man.
store in Meatpacking before
Yeah,
I'd
like
go
their
there.
flagship
Yeah.
store.
Damn.
Ship store.
Flagship.
Flagship store.
Flagship store.
No, the way I would get
Ed Hardy's so gross.
the way I would get into his apartment, I'd be like, I got a gift for you. 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 It's like,
Yeah, that's what you would text him.
obviously, I'm a psycho. Don't let me in. You know.
He's like, she's a hot psycho. That's
I got an
my
Ed Hardy
tea.
hat, Ed Hardy tie, Ed Hardy scarf, Ed Hardy shirt, and then like 14. When it stopped working, I'd be like, I got you another Ed Hardy shirt.
Damn, I mean,
Oh my God,
It was
Lauren.
the prime of Ed Hardy, guys.
That way he was so into it.
I mean, who wasn't?
Yeah.
Every guy wore like affliction.
Oh
and
my
I
Ed
know.
God,
Hardy.
I forgot that you
Wait.
used to say
Lauren, I just saw something else from my past.
Oh no! What?
I think I may have.
What?
What?
When I left the gift at Ashley Parker's doorman.
Oh my God, Lauren got another gift for another person she liked, and she left it at the door.
You're a gift giver. That's your love language.
That is my love language.
No,
Or
this
it
was
used
my
to be.
mom's love language. She thought that was just a way to get us with boys.
Because your mom loves gifts.
Yeah, my mom loves
That's
giving
so
gifts. She gives gifts
funny.
to everyone. And she was like, you know what? We ran out of Ed Hardy. We bought the whole store. Get him a plush robe.
Oh my God, this reminds me.
This is amazing.
No. She
I got him a robe.
She got
Like
she
a
got
really
Mr. Big
expensive, like Calvin
a
Klein robe.
and he still wears it to this day. He
when-
texted her a picture of the robe like
Yeah, he
2
still
weeks
wears
ago.
it.
Your mom is an icon.
I know.
She's hilarious.
So
Wait, but when did you realize that giving guys gifts didn't work anymore? Did that ever change in you? Were you like, I should be bringing a gift every single time?
it definitely stopped when I sent that fucking plant to
What's his name?
Mr. Big number 2.
Number 2
Three.
slash
Who
3.
the
I'm not
fuck
really
knows
sure.
the order
I mean,
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
he was
so
like,
that was
he
the
was like,
last
gifts
time.
can't heal everything, and I'm like, okay, I'll never
Lauren,
ever give a gift again.
She sent a sympathy plant, and he didn't really receive it very
A
well.
love fern.
yeah. So that's no more
Lauren,
gifts.
come on, what other suppressions
Yeah,
do you
Lauren,
have
I
in there?
think you have so many.
You have so many from your college years too.
Yeah, there are so many.
Lauren, what were you like in college?
She was evil.
She wasn't evil.
She was even more
to you, like mean.
Yeah, she was mean, scary, dark, and empty in there.
Really?
I was dirty. Remember, I threw up in my sheets and never washed
Dirty and evil are two different things.
No, she had a black soul because when the cocaine wasn't around, she goes, "I'm not satisfied."
You didn't call the cocaine hotline?
I wish I had one. Actually, you know what? I had a couple. That's so funny.
No,
Oh
she
my
literally
God.
one night we had gone to our third club and we're like, "Lauren, it's 3:30 in the morning. I think we're ready. Let's go home." She looked at us dead in the face. She goes, "I'm not satisfied yet."
I didn't meet any celebrities. I didn't meet a hot guy. I didn't get any drugs.
I feel like that's pretty standard.
See,
I was
actually,
the same way.
I was just a normal fucking
Yeah.
bitch.
Really?
Yep, you guys were just square as hell.
I was on a charter bus taking it downtown Orlando, going to some club with one word. Literally making out with guys that had Ed Hardy and probably had STIDs.
Yeah.
And literally the most fun though is we would lottie. Do you guys know what lottying is?
What is that?
Sounds scary. Sounds like something I don't want to do.
It's not.
Tell me.
So we would go on a social with a fraternity. So let's say it was like us and another frat, and the whole bus ride there, someone would get up and say, "Hey, lottie, lottie, lottie,"
Oh,
and then the whole.
Lottie,
I told you about
yeah,
this.
Yeah, yeah. And then they would
And the whole bus would say "lottie, lottie, low," and then people would
that's
call
right.
people out.
So bad.
It was
that
so.
sounds
It was
horrible.
so fun. It was
That's
so much fun.
Horrible. I have
Guys,
something I
it was
suppressed in college
fun.
now. Lauren, remember when I hooked up with that soldier boy?
Yep.
Like, he
Wait,
was,
Soldier Boy, like up in this hoe?
No, he had
Watch me
actually just
crank
got
and
back
watch
from
me roll.
Afghanistan.
Oh, okay.
hot.
He would look like a Barbie doll. We called him like Army Ken.
Like Milo Ventimiglia, episode 4 of season 3.
no, more like
This is us.
he looked more
Like G.I. Joe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He looked
G.I.
more
Joe.
like it was like a Channing Tatum look. Okay, out of G.I. Joe.
Okay.
and he
You are turning into Audrey. You end all your sentences with okay now.
okay now. Did my mom say okay now?
No, your mom says okay.
Now.
shit.
You're
Okay.
like, no, he looks like this. Okay.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay.
She goes, okay. Oh my God. Okay.
Oh my God. See? You were Audrey. It's not a bad thing. It's
I'm
just,
gonna
you
stop.
never used to do that. You don't have to stop. I'm just saying,
I
you
don't
never
like-
used
I
to
don't
do
wanna
that.
do it.
Why? I
It's
like
because
it.
you're always trying to get a response out of Jared. So you're like, okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true.
No, I
because
think
Jared
it's
will
'cause your
not-
mom does
he
it.
won't always respond unless I end it with a question. So,
Okay.
no. So
Tell us
there
about
was
the Army
one
guy.
time I was so nervous because he's only my second kiss. His name was Alan.
Oh, that's a hot name.
And he was like 21, so it was cool because I was only 19. And he had just come back from
I love that you remember
war.
ages.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is like a fantasy in your head. You're like, this
Yeah,
is my
right?
dear John.
Yeah.
I know. And he was obviously the hottest guy I've ever seen on campus. And
Yeah,
like
he
Lauren
was.
even looked at him and she was like, the hell? He's interested in you?
You were pretty.
I got
mean,
pretty.
not
I was
more
pretty. I was.
You,
I,
were, you know what I mean?
You guys are brutal.
I had gotten pretty at that point.
Yeah.
I was. So
Okay. So you agree? You think you're really pretty?
So I
This
just
is
remember the
classic.
second day that I met him, like I hung out with him at a party and then I intentionally, this is like so unlike me. So then I made sure that we went to the same like place and party the next day because maybe I would end up kissing him.
Right.
And when we did end up making out and I was still really nervous, he tried to take off my leotard. And
Oh, remember when
because-
leotards were such a
because
thing
I was-
because of
oh,
American Apparel?
No, this was Halloween and I was a cat.
Oh, just kidding.
So I was a cat, and then he was like, "Is this a leotard?" And I said yes. And he's like, "So then, how am I going to take that off?" And I was like, "You're not going to take it off." I remember that, and I
Yeah.
thought I was like such a kick. I mean, I
You
guess
thought that was kick ass?
I thought I was kick ass.
That is kick ass. If
I
you
know.
don't want to do anything with
Right?
the guy.
No, I think it's kick ass too.
No,
Most
it was
girls in
really good
college
of
would
me.
cave.
And he was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah."
And then he never saw you again.
And then I really did never see him again.
Wait, that was the story. You just repressed it.
I just suppressed it because I was
Suppressed
I
it.
was glad. I'm still glad, of course, that I said what I said.
Right.
But I imagine what it really must have sounded like, and I must have sounded like
You're not.
you're not doing it.
That's good though.
God, we should take that story out.
No, that's fine.
No, that's fine. That's a
Yeah.
great thing.
But then why
if
am I
you're
suppressed-
listening,
Why-
you
I
should
know.
say no. If you don't want to fucking have
No, of
sex
course.
with someone,
I
don't
love
have sex
I
with them.
love my behavior and my actions. I was
Yeah.
a very strong woman.
Right.
But
maybe-
for some reason,
you know what makes me
it makes me
sad?
feel awkward thinking back on that time with him.
because maybe that was a really uncomfortable situation for you, and that's why you suppressed it.
Yeah,
That's actually
it was
that's
uncomfortable.
sad that he made you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, because he probably shouldn't have said that on
Exactly.
the second day
Right.
we'd ever met. That's
That was
really
your-
what it was.
Exactly.
That was
Ashley.
the first time you kissed. Like he was planning on like going under there like a party. Like yucky.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
it. Thank you for getting
You're
that for
welcome.
me because
I'm
I
glad
was
you
like,
shared it with the
Yeah.
world.
yeah, because I just remember I'd be like, wait, that's the expectation that the second day I know
Right.
you and like the first night we kiss,
Right.
you're gonna get in the pants, the
Gross.
pantalones.
It wasn't until I met you guys that I felt sad for my younger self when I first gave head at 12.
I'm sorry for making you feel that way.
No,
Yeah, I feel
it was-
bad. I feel guilty
no,
too.
it was a good thing in the sense of what we just experienced with
Yeah.
you because you know how I don't remember years or ages. I really don't. Like, I'm not an idiot. I'm actually a very smart person. I just, for some reason, my mind doesn't choose to remember how old I am in what grade. Like, I literally don't know the difference between 8 and 17. But so when I shared that I gave a head to someone in 6th grade,
Yeah.
I didn't know I was 12 until you were like, oh my God, you were 12. And I was like,
weren't-
yeah, I
yeah.
was 12. And I remember driving home that day and I was like, oh my God, I was 12.
Yeah, you're only on this earth for 12 years.
That is so young, but it didn't seem
you can only
young
talk
at the
for like
time.
10 of them.
And that's when I was-
Hannah Montana started like 12 years ago.
Right. And that's when I like
that funny reference.
record scratch.
I meant
All right, in the midst of my like deep fucking I don't know how we recover from that. Thank you, next.
Wait, no,
I'm done.
No. What I was thinking was like the time that we've lived from the Hannah Montana premiering to now was like 12
you
years.
gave head.
So that's how long you were on this earth.
I wish
Did
we
the
were
guy
animated.
come when you were
Oh
12?
my God.
I think so.
Oh Lord.
yeah.
thing.
I think I swallowed. Yeah. Is this TMI?
That is crazy. But then also,
Oh, poor Naz.
No, I wanted to do it. It wasn't. Let's get one thing straight. It was
yeah.
consensual.
let's also get another thing straight. 12
I just feel bad that like
to
that's what.
15 is like an acceptable
Yeah.
age to swallow semen. But that's only 3 years.
Yeah,
you
it was
know?
a pivotal 3 years.
It wasn't that I didn't want to do it. It's just that's the environment I grew up in. So I thought it was.
Yeah.
That's what everyone did.
You guys should tell us on the Facebook group when your first head experience was.
You know what people did tell us on the Facebook group at the beginning of this podcast?
All right,
we wanted to
well,
share.
We can get into it,
which
but I
we
still
should
have
do now
another
that it's
I don't
the
get it
end.
that we must talk about before
Okay,
we
let's
wrap.
do that before then.
Okay. Oh, you want to do it before?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Lauren and I don't know how that hasn't come up on the podcast yet, but we really feel strongly, and I think you might be one of the people who do this.
Probably. Who else do you cohabitate with?
I know one.
No, these are people that we see out in the world. Okay. When we're I just said okay again. Fuckers.
So you do it all the time now. It's crazy. It's not crazy. It's just you're your mom. It's so amazing.
When you turn right on red or there's
you're
a
turning
crosswalk
in- yeah.
and you have to yield for people walking,
Right.
pedestrians. Anytime you have to yield for pedestrians,
Yeah.
and then said pedestrian is crossing but taking their sweet ass
Oh, that is
time.
not me. That's anti me.
No, I
not
don't
you?
think. No, she'd
No?
speed
No,
up.
Okay.
I would speed up. That's like the one thing I hate the most.
People who are like on their phones and then they know you're trying to turn. Like they see you there and they're just like, I'm going to just walk the slowest I possibly can with gravity.
The thing that kills me is when like I have an opening. I have to turn at this moment because there's cars coming down the street and I have this one window to cross. And of course, when I have this one fucking window, you're crossing the street.
Yeah. And, but then they just don't care about the other people. They think that they're so much more important and that they're going to be like, I'm walking. I'm more superior than you. So I'm just going to,
Like,
stroll.
this is my time to
Stroll.
have everyone stare at me.
But
And
reversely,
It makes
you're-
me feel awkward.
But reversely, you're thinking the same exact thing. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm in a car. I got to
I'm
get where I
more
need to go.
worried.
I don't
no,
give a-
I get
I'm
it.
more
But like,
important.
honestly, let's just all hurry up together.
It goes back to the sense of urgency thing. One of my biggest I don't get it is walking behind slow people. I can't do it.
that's like when
I'm like, don't you know there's people that want to walk
know,
behind you? Like,
regularly.
move to the right.
Yeah, and you
who
don't just sense my breathing.
Strolling
on your
is something
neck.
I'll never
I
understand.
hate when people stand outside doors or when they get out of when an elevator opens and people rush to get in. It's like people need to get out.
Yeah.
Why are you
That's the
why are you
subway.
rushing in?
Yeah. Well, when I'm letting somebody go and they're taking their sweet ass time, or no, when somebody lets me go, I run like a little nerd across the street.
I know.
I run.
Like a little.
She like swings her legs.
I run and I wave. I go, thank you, and I go.
That's
like,
very kind of you.
yeah, I know, but like I just can't believe that
I
people
just
feel
want you to know that I wore my backpack really high in high school.
I worn mine so low that it's probably why I have back
too.
issues. I'm not even
I wore
kidding.
a
Like
mine
it would
was so
hit my
low.
butt as I was walking, like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Like why did I do that?
Ashley would have her straps very tight.
and I had all the books and all the
But
binders
that was probably
in there.
so comfortable for you.
Hey, babe, come here for a second. Come here, vampire.
He goes, I don't want it.
Jared, how did you wear your backpack as a kid?
As a kid,
Well, in high school.
high school, I was definitely a one strap.
Whoa,
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
take you for that.
Oh yeah. Well, that was
One
the cool
strap guys
thing
were the
to do in high school.
hottest.
Yeah.
You tried to be like the cool kid, so I didn't want to be
Yeah.
the two strapper walking down
No.
and get my ass kicked.
Ashley would never
Dude.
conform.
So you put the one strap on, and isn't it funny though how a one strap back in high school was the cool thing to do, and now the cool thing to do in high school is the two strap.
How do you know it's
Yeah, how do you know that?
It
No,
totally
you
is.
know,
Do you
you
ever
hold
see a
it.
kid
How do you
with like
know?
the one strap anymore?
Where do you
Like, I've
see
never seen-
kids?
No,
back
you-
on
you-
Island bus stop. You guys didn't
What?
stalk high schools. Am I the only guy to do that?
You totally.
No, I
know
don't
those-
sit
how do you
outside
know
of
those
high
are the cool
schools in my
kids?
car.
Nobody else follows high school kids back home.
I feel like, are you
Jared, you
learning
need to be
from
careful. You're gonna
Spider-Man?
get on
I
a
feel like
list.
he's learning from Spider-Man. Spider-Man do that? He does the two-strap thing now, doesn't he?
No, he does a two strap.
Which
Yeah, he does.
Spider-Man?
Parker's a geek.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you need to
moving
watch
forward.
Into the Spider-Verse, Jared. Everyone listening needs to watch
Moving
this.
forward, I would be like, my mom said that having it only one strap is going to hurt my back, so I have to wear it with two.
Right.
You're such a good rule follower.
She's the
I was
best.
anti.
I loved rules.
Oh wait, okay. So back to the Facebook of weird holiday traditions.
Yes,
and
yes,
stuff.
because you guys wrote some funny ones,
Yeah,
so we want to share
this
them.
one from Kelly Johns was one that really stood out to me.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, when my cousins and I were super little, like 5 and under, my uncle that we only saw at Christmas time used to put ketchup on our butts. I have no idea why, and it sounds so creepy now to say it, but I swear he's not a creepy, scary dude. And she goes, I'm going to now text my mom and ask why she did that, why he did that.
Right.
That's
Did they?
really
Did
weird.
she respond?
She goes,
why?
okay, I'm going to call my mom right now. And then she goes, my mom doesn't quite remember the reasoning, so I'm going to email my uncle.
Oh my god.
He's one of the goofiest people on earth, and so he may come up with a ridiculous story, but creepy.
Okay, we need an update on that one.
Yeah.
Ashley Eggleston.
Lauren, there was a one time that our uncle asked, we brought him clothes because we were going to our grandmother's 90th birthday party. And then he asked you if you wanted to watch him change or
He goes,
something.
do you want to help me change? And I'm like, related, and you're 80.
That's so yeah. Damn. Ashley Eggleston was saying her family makes like a lip sync video. Like everyone, the dog, everyone's
that's
included.
cute.
I'm like, that's so fun every year to pick a song and like make a video.
That's cute.
A weird Christmas memory for me is that
It's a lot of effort.
yeah. Is that every year for a good portion of my childhood, I would get so nervous and anxious about Santa coming that I would literally make myself sick. I would almost always throw up and end up spending the night sleeping on the bathroom floor by the toilet. To this day, I get made fun of by my cousins every Christmas.
That's weird. But you know what my mom still does? It's really ridiculous. If we're not in bed by 11 on Christmas Eve, she literally screams, Santa's not coming if you don't go to bed.
Because she wants to
She
put
just wants to
it
go
all
to
together.
fucking
Yeah.
bed. This girl goes, my parents were / still are amazing at being Santa Claus. I didn't find out he was fake until 7th grade.
Okay.
Damn.
And it was only because she went into her shed and found all the presents.
Oh, no. You did that once.
Yeah, I knew they were. I told my sister that this year younger. Wait, sorry. I told my sister that is a year younger than me that Santa wasn't real, and I had proof. She got upset, and then I'm a slow reader. She got so upset that I then lied and said, "Never mind. I just realized I took a nap and dreamt it. Santa's real." Her sophomore year of high school, I had to break the news to her.
Oh my
No.
God.
No. No.
Well,
That's crazy. This one's
wait. I have a
this one-
question for you, Ness.
Yeah.
Sorry, not to delve back into Christmas things. I know
No,
that was
it's
last
fine.
week, but I want to know what your parents addressed the gifts as, because half of ours were from mom and dad, and
some
half
were
were from Santa.
Yeah, same with ours. It was so weird.
Mom must have been so mad. I was like, wow, Santa really knows me, you know?
Lauren, you're such a bitch. This one's so funny to me. This girl shared on the group. One year on Thanksgiving, my mom was working, so I spent it with my neighbors. We went to someone's house for a TV show that was being filmed for a Christian TV channel. We had to pray around the table. Someone asked me if I would like to say grace.
Oh, Lord.
I didn't know what it meant, so I ended up just saying the word grace on TV.
Wait. Say grace and you go, grace?
Yes, she goes, grace.
It's like, would you like to say grace? Grace.
Because she didn't know what it was.
That is unbelievable.
That's so...
That didn't make the cut.
That's
Or
how,
did it?
That's how I feel whenever I'm at like a weird family dinner and they're like, all right, everyone hold hands and bow your head. I'm like, it's just so awkward. Please don't ask me to say anything.
Oh, my God.
Look at our little dog right there.
Me and my siblings used to set traps to try and catch Santa every year. These range from pans of flour by the doors to our own handmade laser beam alarms. That's cute.
That's cute.
And weaving
That's really
strings
cute.
with bells across doorways.
I can't believe that one girl had to break the news in sophomore year.
That's crazy.
Lauren and I used to go bang pots at the stroke of midnight on New Year's Eve with our cousin.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, we would
The
go
littest
outside.
thing that's happened.
It's literally the littest New Year's I've ever had.
The
until our kiss, baby.
All right, guys. Well, it is New Year's Eve. So I have some questions I want to ask.
Do they
you
pertain to
two.
like bettering yourself and like?
They're just like kind of like New Year's Eve reflecting questions, like basically on the past year.
New Year's Eve. I'm
Ashley-
singing a little Clayton song. Kiss me at midnight, dance until the morning
Clay Aiken is
light.
still a
That's
thing because
NSYNC.
of people like you.
Toddy into. He has a Broadway show right now with
Really?
Ruben Studdard. The two
Really?
of them have a two-man show
No.
singing Christmas songs and doing Christmas skits.
What is it
No,
called?
I love Ruben. What was Ruben's song
I'm
again?
dying to
I'm
see it. I don't
sorry.
think I'm going to be able to do it. Yeah, I'm sorry for 2004.
And I'm sorry for 2004.
I forget what it's called, but I can't believe they have like a Broadway musical
It's like
with
a
two of
silly
them
name.
together.
It's
All right,
like,
guys, can I ask you these questions?
yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
meatball
I'm
and
sorry.
spaghetti.
Lauren, Ashley, I think I know the answer to this, but obviously I want you to still answer it. But Lauren, what was the single best thing that happened this past year?
The single best thing that happened here. Skip, pass.
Come on.
What was the single most challenging thing that happened to you this year? I'll change it.
You know, I'm really bad at reflecting.
It's because you feel uncomfortable doing it.
I feel very uncomfortable doing it because I have like
It's so vulnerable.
it's so
But
vulnerable.
people love when you're vulnerable.
I
That's what
know.
makes people connect and feel like they're
Lauren's
not the only
vulnerability
ones.
is everybody's favorite.
I guess my anxiety is pretty much gone, which is a good thing.
for the first one.
Yeah.
Single best thing that happened. Yay!
I'm not anxious really
yeah,
at
you're
all
really
anymore.
chill and fun.
Why do you think that is?
I think I'm just you can't. Anxiety does nothing, and also I'm back on my medication.
Most Lauren answer ever.
And the
Wait, did you try to get off of it for a little while?
Yeah, wait, were you
I
never
was off
on
of
it?
right when I moved here.
Into LA?
Yeah,
And so you
Oh.
hadn't taken it all this time you've
but
lived here?
now I've been like consistently
really
doing it
been
ever
doing it
since
every
I had
day.
those crying breakdowns.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, so and then the worst thing, most challenging.
Most challenging thing that happened.
Ashley, what's the most challenging thing for you?
Well, this is going to sound like a first world challenge.
Oh my god, I can only imagine. I can't wait for this.
What is it?
Probably breaking up with somebody for the first time.
Oh, that's not a first world challenge.
problem.
Oh, that's
really?
really hard for people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you kidding?
That's what I thought of. I mean, like that's hard. That was a first.
Yeah, it sucks. It really sucks.
yeah, it hurts.
Naz?
I don't know the answers to any of these. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, but yeah, of course, my greatest was actually Jared and I like to think that our greatest wasn't getting engaged, but that was second to when he came out about his feelings and we cried on a float in St. Lucia.
I
Yeah.
can't believe I want to see him cry on that float so bad.
Yeah, well, he didn't like have tears dripping out of his eyes, but they were welled.
Yeah, I love well tears.
That is a single
challenge
best.
and happiness.
So many good things happened this year. I don't think I can like pick one. Just like career wise, I feel like I finally got to like host. I finally felt like a real host, and that's like what I always wanted to do. Like with Fandango and Dodgers and like Clever.
Like you interviewed a lot of celebrities this year.
Yeah, probably like Fandango. I just always wanted to work for them. And then what was the single most challenging thing? Probably getting laid off last month. Because then I was like, I felt like I was on such a high. I was like, this is what I've always wanted to do. I'm so happy. Like, I worked so hard for this. And then I feel like in like 2 weeks, I like lost it all. But that's okay. I'll be back.
Ups and downs.
You're fine,
Ups and downs. Let's see. Pick 3 words to describe this past year.
Dream
Tiring.
come true.
That's good ones.
That's so goddamn cheesy. But
Lauren.
mine would be exhausting.
Why? Okay.
What do you mean,
What do you mean,
why? A
This
year
is
could be
definitely like
exhausting.
the hardest year I've ever had.
Yeah, mentally.
I don't know.
Yeah, you have.
No, I don't know. Like not mentally, but like more like I'm like an adult. This is my first
Okay, fine.
first, second
your first
adult
full year probably
year.
cut off too.
Yeah. No, that was last year.
Yeah?
But
But like you're making the transition into adulthood,
Correct.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
Exhausting.
just, bland.
Lauren.
got one more.
Exhausting.
Gurgy.
All right, that's
That's a good one. Mine would probably be I'm so bad with words.
You're not bad with words.
I am.
You're not. You're a great person. You're a great talker.
You're a great person, okay?
You're a great person. Unexpected. Like, I guess I never thought I could actually like do it, and then it happened. I was like, oh, okay, I can do this. I think I built a lot of trepidation this year.
Trepidation. You got a good word there.
I don't know what
Yes.
that means.
It's like
Traction?
no, it's
Oh.
when you have a fear, when you think something bad may happen.
Oh.
Okay.
So-
what did you think was bad?
No, remember, I just had so much anxiety this year. I don't feel like I even ever said the word anxiety my whole life until this year.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
And then, I don't know. Gratefulness.
I don't want to make it seem like my life sucks or anything, but I've really just succumbed to like enjoying the things I enjoy. So it may
Right.
seem bland, but I'm enjoying the things I enjoy.
Okay. Got it. What else?
I don't know. Do you see anything on that list that sticks out? I will say I am excited for this year, and one thing I do want to do is read more so I can expand my vocabulary. I'm trying
nice.
to use more words because I feel like I don't use enough words.
That's a good goal to have.
Yeah,
And
I would
starting out this podcast with nothing fucking changes in 2019 or the year. I'm just letting y'all know 2019 is my fucking year.
no, it is.
So
I feel like
it
it's
is.
been 2019 for an entire year, though, because
you
sometimes when
feel
I
like
do
that?
the date, I'm like,
Yeah.
what year is this?
It's funny. I never even
think what I'm writing.
never even thought of it. Like 2019 is a foreign concept to me. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I was like, I never even thought of this year that I would live in it. I'm excited for next year, for tomorrow,
I know.
for next year.
Okay, I'll ask one more, and it's really pretty easy.
One more, we'll wrap
What was
it
the
up.
most enjoyable part of your work, both professionally and at home? Wait, I'm confused. I thought when I read this, it was what was the most enjoyable part of your profession and your life at home?
Well, that's like saying, what was the single best thing that happened to you this
Yeah,
year, right?
Okay, that was a lame ass question.
Sorry, guys. We have this list of questions in my phone. Okay, let's put the phone down. What's the one thing you want to improve upon the most next year? I feel like that's the most basic
That's
but
a
like,
great
question
question.
that I really
Yeah.
want to know.
Speaking.
You go.
Speaking.
Oh,
You want
I was like, go ahead.
Yeah.
you want to improve on speaking?
I want to improve upon completing sentences, speaking in complete sentences, not saying like in apparently okay.
Yeah.
As
No,
much.
okay is
No,
fine.
okay
I didn't
is
mean to make you
not
feel
okay.
bad about
no,
it. Why?
You just brought it to my attention something that I have been doing way too much. I didn't even realize it.
I don't-
want
for
to
the record,
expand
I
my
don't think it's bad.
vocabulary, and I want to just less stumbles, more correct tenses.
You want to like not talk like Ariana Grande, basically.
Yes.
What does she talk like?
She just sings like she never fucking enunciates. She's like, I love you here. It's like, just say the word.
What are you saying, bitch?
Finish the word, Ari.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay, wait. That makes me think I have another. I don't get it. Should we go there? I don't get. Thank you. Next, the music video. It has nothing to do with the lyrics of the song.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
I mean, it's just her bringing back like 90s
but
nostalgia.
it has nothing to do
or
with
not
the song.
even 90s,
Early
2000s. Yeah.
I like the music video. I just don't like the song.
I don't like how the song was paired with the music video. The music video is just fine if it was a song that was about like I don't know.
I don't like that she came out with the song so quick after
I don't
her and
like
Pete
it
broke
either.
up.
I think it's rude.
Thank you. Next. Exactly. Okay, back to our what do you want to improve upon the most?
I want to improve upon literally everything. I want my body to be slamming. I want my hair to be blonde.
Slamming.
I want my career to be thriving, and I want to feel independent and wealthy.
That's great.
That's a lot of things.
No, but that's like all good things.
Yeah.
I want to find love.
Okay.
Aww.
It's funny because I'm actually have become so comfortable being on my own.
Yeah.
I know,
which
but
is also
that's
a
what
great
happened to
thing.
me last year before it all happened.
So now
it
that
was
you're
around the
super comfortable, you're
corner.
gonna have someone else move into your
Yeah,
apartment.
I also don't want the pressure of it. Like if it doesn't happen next year, I've been so okay.
Yeah.
It's been great actually.
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously I want to start hosting again. And I always say this, but I really want to bring Heartbroken Anonymous to other states. So donate on the GoFundMe page.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my big things for next year, I think. And just like fucking caring less, just worrying less, like just having less anxiety. Like I find myself taking up so much time worrying about something I have absolutely no control over. Like, what if this person hates me, or what if this goes bad tomorrow? And I just need to like say, well, what if it goes great tomorrow?
Right.
And who cares? And for some reason,
and
it's
worrying
really
about if it goes bad tomorrow helps it zero.
yeah, it's just I don't understand why that's so logical to me, but I can't put it in practice.
absolutely,
It's really hard for me
absolutely.
to do. I think it's because I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah.
Anyways. Yay, to tomorrow.
Oh, also,
Did we
I want to have
actually
my
just
own
do
apartment.
resolutions?
Oh, yeah, Lauren, you are going to move this year.
Yeah, I'm going to move. So hopefully that falls through and I'm able to get my own apartment. So that's all. That's one thing too. Hopefully I'll be driving over here
Well, I
to
really
do
just
it.
hope that Lauren can be able to walk over here. Because
Or walk over here.
I
Everything
need
here
her
is
like, in this-
expensive.
She'll be fine. We'll figure it out.
What do you mean? These are houses.
What do you mean? They're all not houses.
There's
They're
apartment buildings
They're
here?
all apartment
They're all,
buildings.
like,
they're all like
split.
those complexes.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right,
just
anyway.
like within like a walking distance.
Right.
Because I'm gonna miss my Lauren. I'm gonna freak out. My little
Okay.
Lauren.
I don't know what you're going to do when Lauren doesn't live here.
You'll do your own
What are you going to do? Are you going to do your own laundry?
Yes, I used to do my own laundry in the
Yeah.
other place. Yeah, I did.
When was the last time you did your own laundry?
Like 3 weeks ago.
You
Oh,
went
okay.
down there and did your laundry?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say 3 years ago, and I was going to freak out. I was like, that is the luckiest thing I've ever heard.
We used to have the stuff in unit, and if it was in unit, that'd be. I don't understand.
Yeah.
You know, we've talked about this. I don't understand why people complain about doing laundry. Laundry is the easiest thing ever if you have a washer and dryer in your house.
Yeah, the reason why I hate it is because I've never had that since I've been on my own.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. We love you. Thanks for listening. Subscribe. Follow I Don't Get It podcast on
Share
Instagram.
it with all your friends
Share
that would like it.
Tell everyone that their New Year's resolution should be to get into podcasts.
Yeah. That's your job, actually.
Yeah.
Send it all over to a friend that would like it.
If you're a real DGer. All right.
Bye,
guys.
Podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Wave Podcast Network. Check out all of our shows, including the Brain Candy Podcast, I Don't Get It, Babes and Babies, Coffee Convos, and Let's Talk About It.